it's helpful, and if it's something that you do take out and utilize and practice, not necessarily as a profession, really. Essentially, I think you're supposed to have 2 years of sobriety to actually work as a recovery coach as a job. However, that being said does not mean that you can't use the skills that you learn about being a recovery coach. And actually, if you want to put your label on yourself and say, I'll be a recovery coach, then more power to you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no you can get a certification from, I'm assuming the same organization that you received yours from, CCAR.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, is there other ones that provide training?
Yeah, I'm sure if you just Google it, you could probably find some stuff.
Yeah.
And you said that you have to wait 2 years, whatever, and that's through that organization,
right,
to be a recovery coach, whatever.
Right.
But you could actually take the training, take other trainings, take whatever you like, suicide prevention, suicide awareness, take all those trainings. I would recommend, and you could even go to your employer and be like, look, man, if people are having problems, direct them to me. Here's my certificate. I can help people here, and this will be a much more productive work environment with people that don't have substance use problems, and when they're working through them, mm-hmm. Look how much more productive they're going to be. Now give me a raise.
No, well,
you could say it probably a little bit better.
No, but that's so true though. Even anyone in any profession, in any workplace, you could be that piece of the puzzle that they are looking for that will make you a more desirable employee. I think why you would do it probably wouldn't be for the 50-cent raise or whatever it is. So, I think it's an asset to have as a person in recovery for myself, because it does help you, and actually helping people literally helps me stay sober.
Right.
Absolutely 110%. No doubt about it. I can say that, not just as my job. Take the fact that I work for a treatment center out of the equation, is that in my spare time on my own, by my own choosing, I respond to people that reach out to me. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily seek people out because I don't need to. People will approach me or come to me or, email me or call me or whatever. And that kind of stuff keeps me sober. It really does. And it's not like I get a high off of, no pun on that one, but it's not like I actually get, about helping people, yay me. It's more like I do it because I know that it needs to be done, and I'm hoping that I can help in some way, and that it makes me feel good that they're hopefully making, better decisions or making some realizations that that you don't see when you're on the other side.
And truthfully, it's one of those skills that you could, and you wouldn't even have to ask for a raise. I was just kind of throwing that out there, but it would be one of those skills that you wouldn't even have to ask for a raise. Like, your bosses would look at you and go, that's the kind of people we need here. People that are willing to help other people, and they care about this company enough that they want people in this company to be safe and have an option, someone to talk to. Like, those are the kind of people we need, mm-hmm. Job security, whatever you want to call it, but you'll definitely impress some people. And like you said, you're not doing it for that, really.
Right. You're
doing it to help other people.
Right.
But naturally, people see that, mm-hmm. and you'll be rewarded you can't even imagine how you'll be rewarded, but you will be.
Yeah. Because you think about it, like at a job, right? You have like Joe who has a problem, and their bosses are like, they're talking amongst themselves, like, what are we going to do about Joe? Like, he's a good, he's a smart, whatever he is, engineer or whatever, but he's been having problems, they can smell booze on him, and he's missing work, and, we're going to sit Joe down and they don't know anything about addiction or, so they're like, what do we do with Joe? Nobody knows. We're unfamiliar territory here, Well, they have another employee that is been sober, made it clear, like, I'm in recovery, and I'm a recovery coach, just so you know.
See, people don't, I mean, they can't really send them to an office to talk to him because everybody's going, oh, look, Joe's going to go talk
they
to
can send,
Earl.
what do they do? Send Joe home for
or we're just going
a
to
leave
wait
of
for
absence?
Joe to
They're
miss
still
work
going to
again,
find
we're going
out.
to fire his ass. And then
I'm
that
just
costs money,
saying.
you know, and all the money that they lost, and they're going to train somebody to take Joe's job. I mean, they don't want to do that. But I don't know. They'd have to work that out within the organization. But one thing that they can't do, though, is then go to Earl, who's talking to all these people, and go, so what's his problem?
Right.
Well, I'm not going to tell you that. You know, it's in confidence that they have that conversation. And, you know, but I would still go to my employer, though, and say, look, I want to be that guy. You know, if the employer's like, hey, Joe, come over here. Look, man, just to be straight up with you, you've missed 3 days in the past 5, and you smell like alcohol, and you're shaking. Are you okay? Have you talked to Earl? You know, Earl can help you. He's in recovery. He's got these certificates. Go talk to him. Mm-hmm. You know, I urge you, because one more time, Joe,
right,
I'll fire your ass. So, you know, then I'd at least give him an option to, hey, you know, one last chance before you know, get shit canned or whatever. But I don't know. But again, that's all. Who knows what?
No, it totally is a situational.
Maybe some places
thing.
already have stuff like that. I doubt it. They might have an
What
HR department
where
you can go
what
against
HR,
them. And maybe they might know. I don't know. But unless you've been through it, like Earl has, and like I have, and you have, and Sparky has, and Kevin has, and other people. I'm not saying that like therapists and people like that don't know because they haven't gone through it. I'm just saying, like, as far as a recovery coach, you know, peer recovery coach is called that for a reason. It's because we're peers. We've been through this. You know, not every road's the same, but we've felt the shame. We felt, you know, the guilt, and we get it. Yep. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting, and that would be good. So thanks, Sparky, for sparking that conversation up. Okay, now I think I'm really done.
All right.
So thanks again for listening. The app. Oh, are we? Oh, no, damn it. Hold on, I'm not done yet. So I was sent this by Kim, and Kim works for a couple of different organizations, but she's heading up, like, FAN is one of them that she does some stuff for, but Munson, and she's a recovery coach, but it's a bottle drive. And at first when I saw it, I thought, oh, okay. It said, your empties are full of hope. And I'm like, wow, like, because you know how they have that gun program where you can turn in your guns and get, like, money or something? Mm-hmm. I thought it was like that. Like, you could bring your, like, liquor cabinet to them and be like, hey, here you go. And then I realized it was just returnables, like recyclables and stuff. And I don't know, it's still pretty, I mean, I don't know. I still think it's pretty cool, but I don't know how that would work out if you actually had one that was just like, yeah, bring your liquor bottles here.
Huh.
Because, I mean,
like full of booze?
Or half full of booze. Because for me, as someone when I was in active addiction, I would have been like, oh, got about 1.5 inches in there. Let me go turn that in for money, and then I'll hit back to the liquor store. Like, it would have been, I would have found a way to, like, make that a very productive thing for me.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not the only one that would have thought that one.
So that's probably a horrible idea. And yeah, the more I read, I'm like, oh, okay, that's just, you know, returnables. But it's actually happening. Traverse City is our #1 city of the last 30 days listening, so people in Traverse City are listening. But Living Hope Church bottle and can drive, it's on the 26th, so next Saturday, 9 to 2. We should stop by there, set up our tent, be like, what's up?
Yeah,
bring us your bottles. I don't know why I thought that, though, at first. I was like, oh,
I do.
Wow. Why?
Because that's how your
Isn't
brain
stupid?
works. No.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for not saying that was stupid. But yeah, we'll post some stuff on our website, and share that stuff on the social media as well. So I just wanted to mention that. Okay, now I think we're done. Except the app. That's right. Dang. So the app, let me see.
There's more.
I know. Well, we're in the PlayStation Store. No, not the PlayStation Store. The Google. I'm tired.
I know
the Google
you are.
Play Store. So if you go to 217 Recovery, and see, I didn't know they were going to have, and I don't know what ads are on there. I just know when I installed it on your work phone, Marnie, it like had some like, brew. I was like, what is this? I thought we were supposed to be ad free. And so I wrote them and they're like, oh, you got to go white label. You got to pay $4,000 a year. And I was like, well, I'm not going to do that because I'm taking a class where I'm going to figure out how to make my own app. But yeah, we're not in the app store yet, but it's in process. And they say it could take a couple weeks, but I did submit it and we're just waiting. But if you want to download that and that way you can read the blogs when they're posted, and just have it on your app, and take you right there to our podcast and stuff. A little bit easier for you.
Yeah.
So check it out. And then Amazon Music sent me an email. I think I forwarded it to you.
Maybe.
It was about how we're in the Amazon Music. Because before, like if you had Alexa and you're like, Alexa, pull up the 217 Recovery podcast. Okay. And then.
Is she British?
Sometimes. Sometimes she is,
Okay.
If I'd work on my accent a little bit more during the podcast, we'd have to worry about that. But no, so she'll sometimes pull it up from iHeart. She'll pull it up from, I don't think she's ever pulled it up from Spotify, but I know Apple Podcast, she's pulled it up there. I don't think Pandora. But now it'll just pull it up in the Amazon Music. And you'll notice if you have Amazon Music, there's like on the top podcast and just type 217, which I got to change our logo back to the other. Anyway, that's just too much. I'm going to start talking and we're going to go on for an hour about the logo and I really don't want to do that.
Okay.
So, I don't know because it's just like if people are used to the logo and now they're looking for it at a different place, they're going to be like, wait, why is it white and black now? What the hell is Corey doing? Is he that bored? Have you seen it? You know what I'm even talking about?
Yes, I do. And I like it.
You like the white and black one?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I'll just leave it alone.
It's
just
new.
walk away.
It's
put
different.
it down. Walk away.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then I'm just going to put it down, walk away. So if you're looking for it there, don't look for the blue circle logo because you're like, oh.
They can read.
Yeah. Well, I look for colors and shapes when I find things. So that's just how my brain works.
I know it.
I was like, where's it at? Oh, it's right there. Never mind. Yep. So again, thank you for listening. Share us with your friends and have a good day and good luck in fantasy football.
Good night, everybody.
Unless your name is George, then I hope you lose. Good night or goodbye. See ya.